Yes, indeed, powerful people. This is another episode of Breaking the Machine. I'm your host, Ahmad the Port, alongside my partner, Spank the Bank.
What up, dog?
And today we'll be taking another incremental step in shifting the culture. Today we are back. Today we got a powerful episode today. We got a poet, a writer. We got a community builder, Sister Ariel, in the studio with us today.
Hey.
But she goes by MySoulsTherapy online, and it's just powerful to have you on. I appreciate you gracing the show with your presence and just doing this. We had a long conversation before the cameras came on. I'm just like, man, I'm in my spirit now. So I really appreciate you just giving your presence, just giving your words, just coming here just to give an offering, for the people. And something me and Spank was talking about recently, just about having more like female voices on the show, because I noticed we have like a large female audience, but we don't have like a lot of female guests on. So I just wanted to be intentional about that and get more female voices on. And I really appreciate you coming on just to grace us with your presence.
I'm grateful to be here. My ears are blessed. Like even before it started, like my ears, I'm a very intensive listener. So like I'm still trying to like process it, because it's like, man, like my ears is blessed. Like it's a blessing to be here with y'all right now. So I'm thankful and I'm grateful.
That's definitely a blessing. I wanted to let the audience know before we get into the conversation that I'm suffering from like a toothache right now. So especially those who watching, if you see me reach for my mouth, it's just because I'm going through a little bit of pain right now. But I'm glad it wasn't 2 days ago, because I was in a lot of pain 2 days ago. So right now, but I'm doing a whole lot better. I don't know. It's like it went away as soon as we start talking. I don't know. It's crazy, but I'm feeling good, man.
Because you ain't thinking about it.
Yeah, I'm not thinking about it. This morning I got hit hard, bro. Like I took a pain pill. I took some pain pills without eating anything. And I've never done that. I don't know the politics. On an empty stomach. And I thought I was going to die. I was like, shit, man. Yeah. I thought I was going to die.
How was you feeling? What, it made you like woozy?
Yeah, it made me woozy. I was throwing up. I was everything. It was all coming out, dog. I was just like, woo. I thought I was going to die, bro. I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, I don't wish that on nobody.
Yeah, I was just like, whoo. I was like,
God. When it start though, like the whole entire tooth thing, like you just found out you had it?
No, I was in Atlanta, and when I was working at the country club, I used to eat Jolly Ranchers a lot. And I ain't got no business at my age eating Jolly Ranchers, but it's just like I don't be around Jolly Ranchers a lot. So when I was working at the country club, I would always eat Jolly Ranchers.
You got that sweet tooth.
And it caused, I do. And it caused like the filling in one of my tooth to chip off. And like I just kept eating on that tooth, and eventually I would say a couple months down the line, like I bit into this sandwich and like half my tooth fell off. And it exposed the nerve. And I ended up never getting it checked out. Like I just like brushed after every meal, like intensively. But it's like you can't fix something that's broken. Like doing like extra maintenance on something that's broken doesn't make it better. So, it just kind of progressed to the point where now I have to get a root canal. So, I mean, I owned it. I'm like, man, I did it to myself. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Just got to kind of move on. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Like,
nobody.
Yeah. Like, it's just a mess, man. It's just a mess. But we here, man. I'm glad we pushing through it and doing it regardless. But I definitely wanted to ask you, because I think one of the things that made me want to get you on the show was just your content, how you speak, how you go direct to the people. It's something I've been doing for years, going on Instagram with my camera, talking to the people directly. And I know it's something that is hard for a lot of people to do, especially the young men that I work with or just people in general. I ask them, like, why don't you get started on your content journey? Because people want to be streamers and that. But people literally are afraid to speak. Like that's one of the hardest things for people to do is just speak. So what was the moment that gave you the courage to like speak and express yourself and like not be afraid to just put yourself out there and just like start speaking these messages? Especially in the public setting, because I saw you do a couple public settings. I'm like, that takes a lot of courage. Yeah.
It takes courage. Man, I feel like it was just the beginning of when I like really knew it was my purpose. Like I was really meant to be speaking. I created a page before I started posting on MySoulsTherapy. Before I had it as MySoulsTherapy, it was a Rare Black Sheep. Before that one, I created another page. I was like ashamed, because it's like when you start to really learn who you are, all the people that I grew up with, all the people that I went to school with, it's like me coming out with this, it's like they gonna look at me like this. They gonna see me like this. Like I was like ashamed. Like I could not do it. Like
ashamed to be brilliant.
Like I was ashamed. Like I was ashamed to speak. Like I was ashamed. And like I started, like I just knew it was just like this one time. Like my mama had put me out. And I was living with my sister, and it was like I had came from downtown one day, and I just knew it. Like, I just knew I needed to create the page. I knew I needed to make the video. And the first video that I made was like, you don't have to have everything to start. Start now. Like, you don't need nothing else other than what you already got. Start right now. And I posted that video. After that, I started posting more videos, and then the more, like, I was homeless, I was posting videos. The video that I told you about would. The shame, you know, the things that you're afraid to speak about.
Yes.
Those are things that really be holding you bondage, you know?
Yes.
God be wanting to create shit out of your pain. God be wanting to do stuff out of your pain. And it's like, I ain't want to let nobody know I was homeless. Like, especially people that, you know, that's watching me. Like, it's like, but I needed to do that. And the moment I did that, I broke down and I just embraced it. I just embraced it. And after that, the videos just kept flowing. And the more that I grew, the more that I was on the journey, my connection, like I started to open up more. I started to shed more pain. Spirit started to flow through me more. So like the videos was flowing more. You know, sometimes I won't understand. I'm posting the videos. I may not understand the message, but it's like, it's flowing through you. Post it. You know, even if you look crazy, like post it. Like this message meant to touch somebody. Like we need this to help somebody. Like put that out there right now. And that's what was happening. But like even before that, it would just be things that I would be going through in my life, and it would be like, I need to share this. Like, I'm ashamed of this, you know? Yeah, I may look this way, but it's like, I know I need to share this. And that's like one thing about me, like that really makes me unique. I'm not afraid to be vulnerable about my pain and about what I'm going through.
It's crazy when you said that, because when you originally said that to me about the shame and how like our biggest like trials is rooted in shame, and that's why we can't fix it, because it's just like I can't fix it because I can't talk about it because I'm ashamed of this shit. You know what I'm saying? And I felt like that's how I was when we had my boy Jacob on here and we started talking about the porn addiction stuff. Like it was just like, damn, I remember I was telling my little brother, like, I'm gonna go on the show and I'm gonna talk about porn addiction. He was like, bro, don't do that shit. And I was just like, damn, I ain't gonna get better. I ain't gonna get better if I'm still ashamed about this shit.
That's one biggest things males go through, porn addiction.
Yeah.
I know, I get it.
I don't feel like it's just men though, it's women too though.
Yeah, women too for sure.
Yeah,
porn
it
is like one of the
definitely
biggest
is.
industries ever.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
Yeah,
It is.
It really
I was
is.
watching the screen.
Man, I was just thinking about that the other day. Like, that is crazy. Like, I was downtown and I'm walking past like the little bus stop. It's a man sitting there rolling up just out in the open with the screen on the seat watching that shit. He looked at me and I'm just like, wow, this is wild. Like, wow.
You gotta watch him.
Yeah, like that was like,
No, like
it's just people out here in their own world, really just trying to like self-soothe, bro.
Niggas just everybody's trying to escape reality, but
exactly.
In real life though, you gotta face what you going through.
Yeah.
You gotta stand up and face it. Like that's the hardest thing to do. I just went through that last week.
Yeah.
I panicked. You know what I'm saying? But
but
you always panic the first time.
Yeah.
The next time I won't panic.
Yeah.
Because I've been through it the first time.
Yeah.
So something is always terrifying in the beginning.
Yeah.
But once it happens again, you know what to expect.
Yeah.
You just go with it.
Why you feel like it made you panic though? Like,
because I never experienced it before.
Yeah.
So I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to do. I didn't want people to think this and think that. But, you know, it's the first time. Second time I do it, I know, you know, I'll be fine. But the first time it's new, you know. And so you don't really know how to, you know, you just got to go through it though now. And I did. I did, definitely did.
Yeah, sometimes we be prisoners of our own image. It's just like, dang, I give off the image that, you know, we making so much money and we're doing this and doing that. Right. So it's just like, dang, when I'm broke, I can't say shit because I already created an image of wealth, of abundance. Yeah. So now when I'm not abundant, it's like, damn, I can't tell nobody this shit because then I lose my image.
But you really don't you don't lose your image.
You don't.
You know what I'm saying? I think
it's an illusion.
I think the way we in now, like society, we all selling ourselves. You know, to YouTube, like I always say, Facebook, IG, everything is I, me. So you really like feeling like I'm selling myself, or if, like you said, I'm wealthy today, but tomorrow I'm broke. I mean, you can get it back. You know what I'm saying? You're not selling yourself short. It's just shit happens. You know, life happens, and we probably get unfocused, ego. First, like I said, first time experience with things. I mean, you're supposed to fail. And I think that's what's wrong with society now. They act like you can't fail. Every successful person fails. So if I fall or fail, it's okay. You know what I'm saying? Because you actually learn. Failure is actually beautiful.
Exactly.
Not, you know what I'm saying?
It's beautiful.
It's a beautiful thing. I feel like we have to preach that more. Like, failure is a beautiful thing, and it's okay to fail. You know,
it's okay to fall.
Yeah, it's okay to fall.
Yeah.
Like, it's really the age we in now. Like, everything is put out there. You know what I'm saying? All your mistakes, all your greatness. So when people see it, you just even myself, you just fuck, they gotta see this. But man, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens. It sucks, but shit happens. You know, it's just about getting better.
So you know what's so crazy? Like, I feel like a main thing, like what you just said, the ego. Yeah. Like, your ego will trick you into a lot of shit. You know? It'll trick you into believing a lot of stuff. And it's like, in certain ways, I felt like I was a failure. But I told myself, like, falling don't make you a failure. You know, it's not getting back up. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you don't choose to get back up, you choosing to stay there. It's like, you gotta get back up. And it's like, I don't know, like, even when you fail, it's failure, but it's like, I don't look at it as failure though. No. You know, like, it's like an opportunity. Like, when you fall, when you fall, like, man, when you fall and the circumstances that you put in, the situation that you put in, it's like, it gives you so much, you know, it gives you so much value. Like, it gives you something that you ain't like nobody can take away from, you know, this experience, this thing that you went through. Like, and it's like, I always find a silver lining in it. I always find a silver lining in it. I always find a light in it, because it's like, that shit is beautiful, you know? Like, even everything that I go through, like, painful experiences, like, yeah, it hurt. You know, you got to face the emotions. You got to deal with it. And sometimes in the beginning, I may not want to.
Yeah, you ain't gonna never want to.
Yeah, hell no. Like, you got to push yourself, because it's like,
it take about 2 or 3 days.
I'm not even gonna lie.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, because that was just me. But it was like, it's like so crazy, because it's like, even when you feel like you're not dealing with it, you still moving through it. Yeah, you know, you. That's crazy, because I was learning too. Like, I like some of the things that, like, the situation, I was dealing with it, but I wasn't feeling it. You know, like, that's deep as fuck. Like, you dealing with it, but you not feeling it. You just dealing with it. Next thing you know, it's gonna rise and it's gonna show up somewhere else. It's gonna rise and it's gonna show up somewhere else in your life. It's like, no, I gotta feel through this, and like, that's my strength. Like, I'm sensitive as hell, so I need to feel through all of my emotions for me to move forward.
What made you realize that? Because that's deep. That's deep. Because I feel like a lot of women and people in general, we feel like our strength is in not feeling. Yeah. You know, like, our strength and how we get through life is like you just said, I'm sensitive as fuck. Yeah. A lot of people wouldn't say that proudly, because it's like, I'm tough as fuck. That's what most people would rather.
90% of the world is sensitive.
Yeah, but you know, the thing is too, there are sensitive souls out here. I mean, incredibly, like, sensitive souls, like, deep as fuck, feel everything. And that's me. Like, and I feel like the most sensitive souls go through the most traumatic thing. Like, they go through the most traumatic things. Like, I'm telling you, like, pain hardens us. It hardens us. And most of the time, we wouldn't know that we have this capacity to feel things so deeply because of this pain. We can't, we not connected to that essence of us. We don't know who we truly are, like, at the core, you know? And I was always told, you too sensitive, you know, like, you crying too much, you know, or, you know, certain things. And it made me cover that part of myself up, you know. That's where the masks come in at. Yeah. You know, like, that's where the mask, you start to hide behind this. You start to pretend this ain't how you feel. But it's like, the more that I went into it, I was hurt, you know, like, people really hurt me. They really, like, not just abuse that sensitivity, but it traumatized me, you know. It traumatized me, and it made me feel afraid to own my sensitivity. Like, and just an experience that I just went through previously, man. Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve proudly. You know, I wear my heart on my sleeve proudly. And coming with wearing your heart on your sleeve proudly, I'm wearing my heart on my sleeve probably I'm learning how to deal with my emotions, all of this, but it's like you have an experience that teach you more about your emotions, that teach you more about the places where you was neglected as a child, that teach you more about the places where you was abandoned as a child, like certain blind spots that you have that reveal, you know, these experiences reveal to you. And it's like, I'm sensitive, but it's like, it's also boundaries that I got to have on my sensitivity.
Yeah.
Like, I wear my heart on my sleeve, but it's like, your sensitivity not a weakness when you learn how to use it as the gift that it is. Yeah. You know, like, people out here really taking advantage. People out here really taking advantage, man. And like, I done been taken advantage of. And I'm not one to take advantage. That's why it hits so deep when you experience certain things and you got to face reality. You got to face what's really out here. Like, you got to face the type of people that's really out here. You know, and it's like, that's one of the main things I wanted to talk about. There are people out here that they wake up every day wanting to take advantage of people, find people to take advantage of. Yeah. You got people out here that they're looking to exploit your weaknesses. Mm-hmm. They looking for your weaknesses. And it's like, I'm not an exploiter, but I'm going to exploit the ones that's exploiting. You know, because it's like, y'all taking advantage of innocent people, and then it's not even just exploiting them, but it's like also letting the innocent people know, like, it's really people out here that want to take advantage of you. It's really people out here, like, you don't go, like, also with this experience, you don't go into things and you don't just think like, bro, this person gonna take advantage of me, because that's like something where you could be self-sabotage or something. Mm-hmm. But it's like, there are people out here that want to take advantage, and it's like, you just have to have that caution. You got to protect yourself. And
it's war. You got to be sharp.
Like I'm telling you, but sometimes we don't, though. You know, we let our guard down. Yeah,
but that's why when you get to a certain point, you know.
You learn.
Like, because I did hear growing up a lot, I was sensitive and stuff, but now what you just said makes sense. Like, bro, I feel every emotion. I realize a lot of people don't feel emotions. A lot of people don't even feel what they going through. Me, I feel that shit. I see it. I understand it. A lot of people can't, you know. That's why I feel like niggas can't get shit over me now. Like, I really be reading niggas.
That's what it is. Yeah. I'm a whole psychic. I'm telling you, like, your emotions are a gift. Like, especially when it comes to being sensitive, you're very intuitive. You know? Like, intuition ain't just with us. Intuition is a real life thing. That's that thing that connects you not only with God, but with your angels. Yeah. You know, with your ancestors. Like, it's letting you know, like, something off, you know? It's that thing that's gonna protect you, that gut feeling that you have, like that small tiny voice inside, like, bro, you gotta listen to it. Like, you really gotta listen to it.
It's
because
eyes everywhere.
Yeah, like, and then like man, it's just certain things that you cannot see with your eyes. It's so many things that's happening that's unseen, and it's so spiritual, and it's like, you really, really, really gotta stay on your 10 toes, because niggas is coming from every direction. Spiritually, like, niggas is really coming from every direction, and like, I'm always casting shit out. You gotta cast it out, because your spirit, like, you gotta protect that, your whole entire spirit, because people be coming, like, bro, like, learning, like, experiencing the spiritual attacks that I didn't experience, bro, like, shit is coming from everywhere, you know, and this shit'll knock you off when you least expect it. Mm-hmm. It'll knock you off when you least expect it. It'll catch you slipping when you least expect it. You not even, man. I
think
really
another thing that makes life really difficult is, like, sometimes we like do like X's and O's of everybody. Like, we think everybody kind of fits in like a perfect bracket. Yeah. And that's why I put out this tweet the other day. Like, honesty is the key to life, because it's just like certain people will like they'll like prey on you or like do you dirty because they felt like that's the only way they could get what they want from you. Had you just came honestly and told me what you want, I probably would have gave it to you and let you on your way. But then it's just like, I had another video that I was supposed to put out, but I never put it out. It's just like, you thought you got over me, and I saw you coming a mile away. It's like, I see so many people coming a mile away, and it's just like, I know you really need this. You know what I'm saying? But you just lying, or you doing this and I know you just need, let me give you what you need so you can be about your way. And whole time you think like, dang, I just got over on this person. Not knowing I saw you coming a mile away. But I'm just like, oh yeah, this person really struggling. They really need something. They really hurting right now. Like, man, I got you. But whole time you feel like you going throughout your whole life like, yeah, I got that because I just got one up on this person. You ain't one upping nobody. Like, it's really good people out here that'll help you out. Yeah. regardless if you just came honestly. You know what I'm saying?
It's so crazy with that too, because people that take advantage, they really do be thinking that they get over, you know. But in the end, they in a way they do, because that shit hurt you. But it's like at the same time, they really be hurting themselves, because it's like, bro, if I'm willingly giving this, and you being a taker, you being an opportunist, you just taking, it's like, how do you look, bro? Because I'm willingly giving this. You know, I have this to give. God put me in a situation to give this. Meanwhile, in your mind, you can't just enjoy this blessing and receive this blessing without wanting to take advantage or be selfish.
Trauma.
Like, bro, that's deep. Like,
It is.
It's like you got this blessing right here. Why you can't just receive this? You want to take and you want to take and you want to take. But people,
I guess people like they want to feel powerful. They want to feel like, you know, like they can like manipulate life or like shape their life in a way. And it's just like, dang, some things you was just blessed to have, you know, like you feel like you earned everything, or you finessed your way into everything. In every room you finessed your way. Some rooms you didn't even deserve to be in. Somebody was just like, man, I felt bad for you, so I let you in. You know what I'm saying? Like everything you can't work your way into getting to. Sometimes blessings just come your way to bless you.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what hurts us as people. Like sometimes we feel like we can finesse our way, or we have to finesse our way in a certain situation, and you really don't. You know what I'm saying? You really don't. And I just feel like, man, honesty is definitely the key to like being surprised. A lot of people will surprise you when you're honest, bro.
Yeah, they will. You know, honesty go a long way. It does. That shit go a long way.
And I was just like what we was talking about, like when it comes to like being somebody with a powerful truth, you know, having a powerful ass truth. You don't just know how to speak that, you know, like before I even really like learn like the truth for real and my truth, because it's like, it's the truth, but then again, it's like my truth, like my soul's truth. Like I know that. And it's like, I grew up around motherfuckers that always lie, you know, you see everybody lying, you know, you tell the truth, you get in trouble for telling the truth.
Yep.
You get in trouble for speaking up. Like,
y'all
around here lying. So then what we learned how to do was like demonstrated for us is we out here lying. We don't know how to tell the truth. So then we afraid to tell the truth. I told you, like literally, like people that tell the truth, they cannot be afraid of not being liked, because it's going to come with that. But if we already got that wound right there where it's like, damn, I'm going to get in trouble if I say this. I'm not going to say that.
It's tough when your parents teach you to lie for like honor. Like it's an honor to lie for the family. Like somebody asks you about keep certain things for the family. Like that's deep, man. I had a whole conversation about that.
I'm trying to think. My parents, I don't think they ever told me.
Mine never did either. But that's a real thing.
That, though, like it could be like your parents lying. You know, like that teach us too. Kids learn from everything. You know, it could be the truth right there, and we see it, and you sit here and lie. What's that? What is that teaching us? Because you teaching us without even teaching us. So it's like, what you teaching us? Because you teaching us how to lie, and like that's one of the things.
I don't think it's okay to lie.
I mean, I didn't lie. I didn't lie. Like I ain't gonna lie.
So. Just because you do something don't mean you think it's okay.
Yeah,
I do bad shit that I know it's not okay, but I still do it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't justify it just because I do it.
Yeah, you get to a place. I feel like it's also too where like I don't feel like some people are okay with lying, but I feel like just being who you are, like it's like I'm somebody that's not gonna lie. It's some motherfuckers out here that's gonna lie.
I'll tell a white lie like a motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie.
Like sometimes I will tell it like a lie, but it's like only sometimes my intentions behind a reason that I may tell a lie is maybe because I don't want somebody in my business. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like,
it's okay to lie.
Yeah, you know, some people will come in, you know, and they think they getting the drop on you, but it's like you leading them astray. But sometimes it's like still you could tell the truth, like bro, just get the fuck out of my business.
I think sometimes it's like our lack of communication causes us to choose like lesser ways of communication, because you probably could say things in a different way without lying. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember like I was just in Atlanta. And one of my brothers, his name L, shout out to my brother L, he was telling me, he was like, because we was at this like little mixer, this little party, and then they was asking me like, hey, you want something to drink? And I'm like, nah, I don't drink. He was telling me, he was like, bro, don't tell people you don't drink. Just tell them I'm good right now. He like, And then it stops that argument because people are like, why don't you drink? And he said it makes people feel like you think you better than them. Like it rubs people the wrong way.
It does.
So he like, bro, don't tell people you don't drink. Just say I'm okay right now. It serves the same purpose. It gets to the same result, but it don't make nobody offended.
Yeah.
It's just like certain ways that we communicate. We don't know how to say it in a certain way that's like different. Like you said with a little white lie.
But then that's another thing though. Like,
because
I know he's 100% right. I just feel like people just can't take delivery now these days, man.
That's true.
The world's too sensitive, to be honest. I don't like it.
Yeah.
I'm just at that place in my life. Like, it's cool to be sensitive, but this shit is too sensitive.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, but it's like, at the end of the day.
I feel like the world's too triggered. Like,
yes,
everything is good.
That's
You
the
too triggered.
Trigger like a
You letting it make you do shit. Like, it's cool to feel shit, but when it makes you act on that shit, like, you
Shit.
triggered.
Like,
yeah, I like that. The world too triggered. Like,
yeah,
God
but
damn.
the thing is, though, that's not your, when people trigger, that's not your responsibility to,
No, it's not.
Because the thing is, too, like,
oh, that triggered me.
I done held back things and learned how to hold back things because of fear of triggering people. But the thing is, though, I am pure as fuck. Like, pure as fuck. Every single soul in this world is a reflection of us. Shit that we don't want to see.
That's facts.
Ooh, shit.
I'm authentic as fuck. So when people see me, they gon' be triggered. It's gonna trigger things within you. You know, even if it's just my light, bro, something in you want to be doing the same thing that I'm doing. It's your truth. I'm gonna trigger you. And even though the world triggered, I'm not about to change my delivery. And that's another thing too. When you learn how to start speaking again, bro, when you learn how to get your voice again, God not asking you to pack this way or put it this way or none of that. God wants you to just let it out. So God not, delivery does eventually matter, but it's like God not asking you for the delivery, bro. God want me to get it out. God want me to say how I feel. Like, I need to say how I feel. So at the end of the day, I am not prioritizing y'all feelings just to let the world know I'm not. Because when I'm telling you, bro, I'm going to trigger you. And if you not ready for it, that ain't got nothing to do with me. But it's like, even when I'm triggered, when people trigger me, I take that as an opportunity. Like, let me look at myself. Like, let me look at myself, because I really be triggered. Like, some things that I see on my timeline or certain stuff that I see, like, I get triggered. You know, certain females I see, you know, like seeing females and seeing females in their power and honing their power and walking in their power, that triggers me. And it's not a bad thing that it triggers me. It triggers me because a part of me want to be doing that same thing, but a part of me don't know how to embrace that power. A part of me is still learning how to embrace that power, you know? But it's like, you got to give yourself compassion, because it's like you triggered, but that trigger is leading you into yourself so deeply, bro. It's so beautiful. Like, it's so beautiful. Like, allow yourself to be triggered. Like, don't be out here, because that means you taking accountability, and not even just that, you starting to do the real work. Think about how many people get triggered and then project that shit onto you.
Oh, my
bro,
God.
It's you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not about, it's you. Like, what? No, it's you. You just don't want to take accountability, and people they be unconscious of this. They can't see themselves. They don't know that I'm a mirror right now reflecting you. Yeah, you don't know how to look at that.
What triggers you is what you haven't made peace within yourself. I think Aisha said that. I can't remember her last name, but she tweeted that out. I was just like, that's powerful. And
trigger you what?
What's triggering you is what you haven't made peace within yourself. It's just like, I done seen a whole bunch of people, and I'm just like, man, that might have triggered me or rubbed me the wrong way. Yeah. But it's just like, I haven't made peace that I kind of wanted to do that shit too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like in the back of your subconscious, like, I can't tell nobody I want to do that shit too. Yeah. That's why I used to judge people for doing certain shit. It's just like, because I wanted to do this shit too. But it's just like, I felt bad for wanting to say it.
But you see that all that teach you self-awareness though. You know,
it does.
That trigger, it leads you into self-awareness. And it's like certain things that you didn't know about yourself before, you learn. You know, so it's like, you learning how to make peace with it, but not only that, you learning who you truly are behind this trigger. Like, it's leading you deeper.
That Keke Palmer situation triggered me.
For real?
Hell yeah, bro.
I don't be on social media. What happened to Keke Palmer?
When she had went
the Usher concert?
Yeah.
Wow.
That triggered me.
What happened? I'm lost.
when the baby daddy was like, you want mom though.
Yeah. Because she went to the Usher concert?
Yeah, with her ass out. Yeah. Well, not her ass. I ain't gonna say she had a night, man. That shit triggered the shit out of me. Yeah. That shit pissed me off.
Why?
Like, I feel like women don't get it. When you with a man, you can't just be out here wearing anything. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You a representation.
She had her ass out literally.
I ain't gonna say ass out. She had like a seat. Yeah, she had her ass out. You seen the cheeks.
I think it's just a representation thing. It's like if you represent me, this how you represent me. I guess it's just like when you wilding outside. You know, it's like when you wilding outside. It's just like, damn, this is my most precious. This is my most valuable thing. Man, and like it's just like this is how you like.
I feel hurt. Like I was hurt for the dog. I was hurt for the dog. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was getting talked about like, he can't do this. It's her body. Like, come on, bro.
But is it because like do that? I get what like the representation matters, but it's like, is it also like from like the way that people perceive it?
No, it ain't about the way people perceive it. It's why the fuck you want out the house like that,
bro? Like, but my thing is though, like, why she can't? Like, she a mama, but at the same time, why she can't?
I
don't think the question is why she can't.
I ain't saying you can't, but you can if you was single. You know what I'm saying? You don't want me to go out here with my shit.
Yeah,
I get what you're saying though. It's like a respect.
It's a respect thing.
I feel like people feel like the perfect life is when you don't have to give anything up, or like life is so good. But I feel like in a good life you got to give shit up. Like you know you got to give shit up. If you're not ready to give it up, then you're just not ready to give it up. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes we give up shit that we don't have to give up. Like society makes us give up stuff that we don't have to give up. I think everything isn't fall under the same thing. But it's just like certain times people be like, man, I don't feel free. Like if you want to feel free, then kind of go by your own rules, do your own thing. But if we came under, if we came under this agreement, then this is the agreement. You know?
Don't drag me with you. Like you can go ahead and feel free, but you might be free with me.
Yeah,
that just is what it is.
No,
I'm not against that. I'm not against you being free.
Yeah, I was about to say too. Like I get the whole thing. Like I feel like I'll have to see the picture, but like I feel like period like women, period, like we got masculine and we got feminine. And it's like we want to embrace our feminine, but you know, like everything, we got to do this, we got to come like this, we got to do this. And some shit, I'm not going to lie, some shit be off the walls when I be seeing it. Some shit be off the walls and they be like, man, I don't never do some shit like that. But then again, it's like, I don't know, I feel like some things can be done for like to get attention.
It's always for attention.
But not always though. It can't. But you right though. You right though. It could be for attention. It could be because they feel unseen. It's something inside of us. We feel unseen. So we start to kind of like crave this.
Yeah.
We like attention, but
I like attention, time.
Yeah.
That's pretty much attention and time and consistency. Like
that attention thing is dangerous though. Like if you don't understand like the amount of attention that you need, because I'm somebody that need a lot of attention, and before I knew how to give myself attention, I was seeking it outside of myself. So it's like before I learned how to get that to myself, I was seeking it outside of myself. If you don't know your capacity and how much attention that you need, not just from other people but from yourself, that shit gonna be dangerous, because you're gonna be doing shit out here that ain't even aligned with you. Like you're gonna be stepping out of your body, and it's like that's just one thing for me. I'm not doing that shit because it's like I give myself that attention, bro. And then it's like too, like I receive this attention from other people, but like it's just like, bro, it just don't hit the same. It don't hit the same. It don't hit the same. And now it's just like to the point where I don't want it. Like I'll get it sometimes. And that's another thing with too. I always got so much attention that it made me uncomfortable. Like it made me uncomfortable with even receiving attention. Like I'll hide, bro. I was just telling him that like I can't hide no more. I got to come out. My gifts need to be seen. I need to be seen. But like I was in this place where like I'll show up and I'll drop off the face of the earth again. Like I ain't,
I do that shit all the time. When last time you post?
Huh?
When last time you post?
Maybe like 2 or 3 days ago.
2 days ago.
2 days, maybe
so
2 days ago.
It right now, still a little bit.
Huh?
You going through it right now, still a little bit.
Like off the earth.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna show back up, but like I'm saying, like I got moments where I just, cut all that.
Yeah, I know. I do the same thing. I ain't gonna lie. I do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I get to the point now. I don't need approval. That's really what it is. I don't really need your approval. Like this social media shit. Like I be needing it, but I'm like, bro, it ain't real. It's what I do outside of this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think I be so focused on working on me outside of this brand that I'm building that like if I don't work on myself outside, this brand, just a facade, and one day it will just fall down because I didn't work on the outside, man. The inside, man, outside of the screen. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I definitely get you. I don't like that attention sometimes. I don't like it.
It does start.
Well, I don't like it because it's a drug.
Yeah.
Man, you want some more of that shit. Because it be days you be like, damn, I had 1,000 views. You post something, now you always looking at your views like, damn.
Bro, like who about to like it now?
Yeah,
like damn, they ain't like this shit. Like,
that shit addicting, bro.
Like it,
I ain't gonna lie. That's why I be out there like, all right. That's why I don't post for a minute because I don't. Then you get too many views. You be like,
that shit start to get to your head.
Yeah, there's too many people watching. I ain't gonna post nothing.
Yeah.
And then when you post something, like, damn, I ain't get that many on this.
Yeah.
Like, that shit fuck with you, bro.
You start to attach to it, but you know what it is?
Yeah.
The ego is rooted in clinging to shit.
Yeah.
Your ego gonna cling to it. You know, it's gonna attach itself to it. It's gonna start to identify itself with all of this.
Mm-hmm.
I used to run away from this shit because like I'll get comments like one of my videos went viral, and after that, like I would look at the comments, but like it was a part of me inside where it's just like I couldn't face it because it's like I told God, like, bro, like I cannot take this attention. Like I want to be out here, but I don't want that come with it because I don't want to lose myself in that shit. Like I don't want to lose myself in that. I need, like I always pray like to stay rooted in my authenticity, but I just don't want to lose myself in what the world's saying. But now I just kind of like look at it. Somebody like my post, somebody look at like comment or whatever. I just look at it as it is. I look at it as, okay, they validated me in this way. Okay, they approving of me in this way. But it's like, that's all that it is. I don't got to attach myself to it.
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Like I said, it's terrifying at first.
Yeah.
And then once you get used to it and comfortable with it, you'll know how to maneuver. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's always terrifying in the beginning.
It's this quote that I got on my phone. It's like, I think it's like, if you a prisoner, if you work for their applause, you're a prisoner to something. Like you a prisoner to something, but it's just like deep as hell because it's like, if you just doing this to get people's approval, when you don't get it,
it fucks you up.
Yeah, T.I. said, if you live for the cheers, you'll die by the booze. Yeah. And what you was about to say? Yeah, no, that's definitely a real thing. I feel like on every level you kind of lose your balance. You get imbalanced on every level. You know, you get more views, you do more stuff, and then you lose your balance. You lose yourself a little bit, and then you find yourself at the same time. Like I've definitely lost myself. Had to find my balance again. Like I've lost platforms with hundreds of thousands of followers on my Facebook. I had a Facebook that had hundreds of thousands, lost it. And then it kind of humbles you. It makes you see the real life like, yeah, this can be taken away in an instant. So it's like, what can we do that will stand the test of time? Because you just experiencing it. Yeah. You know, you experiencing it, but like really though, it's not yours. And I feel like this, one of the things too, like, I had like living in the home that I was living in, my mama was an alcoholic, you know, so I grew up with a parent that was an alcoholic. And like dealing with all of this, like food became my escape. You know, if it wasn't food, then I was doing drugs. I was smoking. And it's like, before I even started smoking, it was food. And like, it got to the point where like I feel like I couldn't do nothing without that. You know, it was like, it was that thing that helped me when I was in this stressful time in my life, you know, this traumatic time in my life full of so much turbulence. So it's like this thing that's helping me through. This is helping me through. If it wasn't weed, then I'm eating. But like that thing, what I learned that is attachment is really the source to our suffering. If we attach to something and we overly attach to it and we don't understand that attachment and we really go into that attachment and like deal with it, bro, we gonna suffer. We're gonna suffer. And even though I really love, I'm so grateful for the way that my relationship with food has healed now, but it's like, even though when it wasn't like that, like I would want to eat it, but then like I started to like hate myself because it's like, damn, like I don't want to do it, but it's like, damn, I'm attached to it. Like I can't let it go. Like it's hard. And it's like, it's hard freeing yourself and ridding yourself of shit like that, you know? Yeah. Like it's really hard. Like shit like that be addictions, you know? That's like the same thing with like, the porn thing. I don't think you should be ashamed. I feel like you should own it and you should embrace it, but you also kind of like, you got to go through the process of learning how to free it. Like free yourself from it. And it's not going to be easy because man, like my relationship with food, bro, like it started, I'll tell myself like I'm a fast, but I could not do it. Like I cannot do it. I'll go a couple of maybe like a couple of hours, but after that, no, it's over. Like, then now I'm at the point where like right now I'm fasting. Like it was a full moon. It was a full moon in Pisces the other day, yesterday, and it's still here now. And I told myself like my body can just do that. Like I'm so detached from it. Like, and I'm on my second day, so it's like I'm good. Like, you know. But it was like before then I couldn't do this. Like I'm going back to the stove. Like I'm up
4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, like up, like I get hungry, I'm cooking, like no, and it's like no, that's the same way my mama was too. Like she'll wake up out of the middle of the night and just go cook, you know, like you want something to eat, you know, and it's like no, and I posted something on TikTok like that, like food, it really can help you, like it's. We got these coping mechanisms that we have when we in traumatic times of our life, when we surviving, you know, the ways that we coping. And that was one of the ways that I coped. Like, and it's like, you can't beat yourself up for that. You gotta really like show yourself grace and compassion, because it's like, that's what helped you when you was there.
Admitting it is the hardest part.
Yeah.
Admitting it is the hardest part. I had to go deep in this shit. I had to. I joined the Sex Anonymous class, dog. Like, real shit. I joined this program called SPA. Like, no, this is real shit, man. You know, and I ain't ashamed of it. I had to join this program called SPA, Sex and Porn Addicts Anonymous. Yeah. And I'm literally listening to these brothers talk about this shit, like 50, 40-year-old guys, you know what I'm saying, 60 and shit. And I'm just like, damn. It's just like seeing yourself 30 years down the line, and it's just like, it'll break you down. And it's just like, damn. It all started from the same place, just like innocent young boys come across something,
porn,
and then it just like wrecks your life. And it also gave me a lot of understanding, a lot of sympathy, and it's just like, damn, we all got the same story and shit. Like, this is crazy. Like, we trying to self-soothe, trying to escape. We in a different fucking world and shit. We
also be trauma too, though, because you know, like it be trauma because like when I told you, like it's not just men that go through that, it's females that go through that too. Because like when I was younger, what you was about to say?
I was about to say I wasn't introduced to porn through trauma though.
Yeah, but it's like what drives us to this, you know? And it's not even just that. I feel like we're curious, period.
Yeah, I mean, it was more, I guess I wasn't getting it at a young age. I guess it was more of a pleasure. Yeah. Like, I think it's more pleasure.
When you was younger though, was it kind of like, you know, because you know how like growing up, we got people that's having sex, then people that's not having sex. Right. Yeah, So
I mean, I feel like if I was having sex, like I still start sex young, but like if I started sex at the years I started like watching porn, I feel like I'd have been addicted to sex.
But it's like, how did you self-soothe before then? You don't even remember.
I don't. I don't feel like it. I was
you naturally regulated yourself, and then like you got. It became like a crutch, you know, almost.
I don't feel like I was looking. I was just horny. Like I feel like, especially when I had a crib. Especially when I had a crib to myself. I used to love when the crib was to myself. Yeah. It's go time. Yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I looked at it.
I think we don't realize like that. I don't think it's a trigger, bro. I just think it's not something that children should have to deal with or see. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like porn helped my sex life.
Okay, well.
I feel like it did. To you. I feel like I can't look too bad about it because like it. I mean, of course, it's nasty and shit, but
everybody doesn't have the same attachment to it. Just like somebody can smoke and they be good, somebody can take a little sip and they be good, and somebody is like, other people just have different like levels of attachment.
Some people get hit some once and you know they there.
They fuck.
But like
fuck for life.
It's not even just like you were saying. I think you were saying like I think it was something with the addiction. I feel like it's also too like the habit, you know. It starts to become a repetitive thing.
Exactly.
That's what builds that. But like
part of your daily life. Yeah.
It starts to become, and then it's like it's on your mind. But like as a child, I feel like my mama, she was drunk, so she would always have men around her. She would always have men around, and she would never even really know who was really around for real. And that's dangerous as fuck because you got kids in the house, but you don't know what's around you, and growing up, like that's another thing that traumatized me, like and not even just like who I am, but like my beauty period, like and being uncomfortable in that, and being uncomfortable to like own that, because it's like the intention that comes with it. When I was young, I was getting attention from grown men that shouldn't even been looking at me. You know, I was sexually assaulted by somebody that shouldn't have even did that. You know, so it's like shit like that, like. That traumatizes you, you know, like, and I feel like not even just there, but like after that, what's so crazy is we start to have these addictions and we start to have these things, but like with some things that's like women that's out here and they just having multiple sex partners, it's something inside, you know, that shit be trauma, like, and like, it's so crazy because we were talking about the porn thing. I was young and I started watching porn, bro. Like, I started watching porn. What was so crazy, I felt like after I started to get older, I started to understand where it came from. You know, older fucking men. And it's like, if I would have never knew about this shit, like, grown men though, and this is the first time I'm saying this out loud, bro. This is the first time I'm saying this out loud, like, to the public, like, a grown fucking man, and even having people in the family that are closest to you being perverse and shit, you know, and not even just with you, but with other family members. This shit that you gotta kind of like tuck under the rug, you know. And then when I was younger, my cousin told me, like, my mama made me spend the night with my cousin, bro, and she was supposed to come and get me. She never came and got me. And I'm sitting on the bed with the babies, and this nigga just started jacking off in front of me. He just started jacking off in front of me. When I tell you, like, that shit was so traumatic, like, that shit scared me so fucking much. Like, this nigga just started jacking off in front of me, and what made it even more disgusting he was using fucking dish soap, bro. This nigga was using dish soap, and on top of that, like, that's another thing too, like, not even just my beauty, but like, bro, like, we be young and we be afraid, like, our bodies is ours. And when that shit is trespassed, that turn into trauma. That's where that attention come from, man. We want attention from older men. Mm-hmm. We start to crave that because a part of us was violated, bro. And I was violated. And like, after that, I started craving attention. But then again, I realized even though I was craving it, that shit still made me uncomfortable. Inside, it was a little part of me that was like real life scared. Like, that shit not right. And like, I never even, like, when I told my mama this, I told her basically like what type of time he was on, but it was like she didn't do things to go to the measures to protect me. Like, and that shit is crazy, but it's like, that's what I learned. It's like, sometimes when it comes to like dealing with men, like, I'm learning now, like, how to say no, you know, and not even just how to say no, but like speak up for myself, because it's a part of you inside that's scared to speak up. It's a part of you inside that's scared to say no, or you don't want to do something because you don't want to upset this person. Mm-hmm. You know, you don't want this person to walk away from you. You think this person ain't gonna love you, but like, to all the younger girls out there, like, your body is yours, you know, like, that's yours. Like, you have the right to say no. Like, when it comes to having sex or when it comes to anything like that, you have a say so. And anybody that peer pressures you into doing anything, they not for you. And then it's like, when you say no and then they make you feel guilty for saying no, they not for you. Because it's like, somebody that's truly for you, they gonna respect that. Yeah. They gonna respect that. They gonna respect your space. They not gonna guilt trip you. They not gonna manipulate you into doing something and then they gonna love you. No, that's not love. So you don't got to be out here having sex because your friends having sex. You don't got to be out here doing this because your friends doing this, because that was one thing, like, all my friends around me was having sex and I wasn't having sex. I wasn't even, I didn't want to. Like, I had a boyfriend and everything, and I tried it with him, but it was just like, it didn't work. And I feel like it didn't work for a reason, because God, it was like that for a reason, you know? Like, certain things fail for a reason, but it's like, my friends was out here having sex, and they like, Ari, like, when you gonna have sex? Like, girl, when you gonna give it up? And it's like, girl, just because you didn't did this shit.
It's our culture, though.
Yeah, you know, it's like, just because you didn't experience this, it's like, I'm not ready for that yet, you know? Like, I don't want to do that yet. So it's like, even if you got friends that's like, try this out, you know, I just did this, I just did that. Of course, we're curious. We want to experience this. We want to see what this is like, but don't rush yourself just because somebody else doing it.
I think the sex conversation needs to happen at a very young age. To talk about what it means, what it does, and what it does to you mentally, physically, and emotionally. Yes. And why should you have sex, you know? Yes. And you should have sex with the right person. I feel like
do they deserve
the sex conversation
body?
Always got pushed under the rug.
Yes.
But our ancestors, people before us was some, I ain't gonna say wicked, but they done some crazy stuff. Yeah. So, but like sex, that's something in the black community that doesn't really get talked about at all, which needs to be. Yeah. Big time.
Yeah, it's not okay. But like, I feel like I feel like we just need that protection, like not even just like the younger kids too, you know, because like kids really be out here experiencing shit that they don't deserve.
Yeah, I mean, I see it every day.
Like,
I think it just go back. It's a lot. I'm coming from a different angle.
Yeah,
I think it just come back. Some people just got terrible parents, you know, was born into terrible households.
we'll get into people's minds, bro. Like,
yeah. Also, they get access to a lot of stuff now. You know, internet is here.
Yeah.
It's the environment, bro. Our environment is very, you know, toxic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The environment is very toxic. So
I respect you a lot for even just sharing that. I appreciate you for sharing that. Like,
facts.
I feel like I gotta make space for that. I mean, that's a whole thing in itself. Like,
I had to kind of like sit in it because it's like I really like not even just you, but like me too. I had to honor that because it's like I experienced it, you know, and it's like.
Yeah, that's deep.
Bro, we don't deserve that, you know. And then you know how many people, like kids, go through things like that. They go through things and then they tell their parents, and their parents don't believe them. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, like, do you know what that do to a kid? Like, people hold that in, you know, hold that in their whole entire lives and don't know how to get it out.
I think parents do believe them. It's them trying to.
Is they trying to protect the person that did it?
Yeah, that.
It's trying to protect the fact that they fucked up.
And then especially if it's in a family, bro.
That, or can they even take it mentally, like a mental capacity? Like, can they even take that? Like, damn, I experienced that. Like, I feel like a lot of parents do believe their child. It's just the harsh reality.
But sometimes I feel like they just,
they traumatize themselves.
Yeah.
They traumatize themselves. So
and it's something in their mind just don't really
register.
see the emergency of that shit. Like, see how big it is. Like, that's really big. And like another thing too, like spiritual warfare is real. Like, it's not even just with like mental or emotional. It's also sexual too. You know, certain things that come in, certain desires come in, certain temptations, certain lusts. That shit can be spiritual warfare, bro. Cause like I didn't experience this shit. Like, it come in all forms, like in temptation and lust. That shit is real. Like, it come in all fucking forms. So it's like sometimes you'll get that desire and it's there, but it's like, is it really there because you really want it, or is this shit just coming? Like, you gotta pay attention to certain shit like that because certain shit it be coming through and moving through, and that shit don't be you. Yeah, it don't always be you. It don't always be you. It could be a person, bro. Y'all know about like succubus and incubus and shit.
What? What you just say? Succubus? What?
Succubus and incubus.
What is that?
Okay, so a succubus is a female that basically
suck you all your energy as a man.
And but it's sexual though.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's sexual. She kind of like manipulate and not even just that, but like that's how she controls you with
her sex.
Yeah, same thing with men. They, you know, it's a form of spiritual warfare though. It's kind of like witchcraft type shit.
Jezebel.
Oh my gosh, fucking yes. Yes, you just hit the spot with that, bro. I've been hearing that. That is crazy. Jezebel spirits, bro. Like, that shit be real. Like, people really be out here like that. And it's like,
a lot of people married, though, fucking with that.
That's deep. I think for me, like, you know, this conversation is so heavy, and I'm pretty sure you can, you know, echo the sentiments as well. Just because it's just like, I've heard this so many times, you know? Like it's like I've heard this so many times in my life. Just like I can't count how many times I've heard like somebody tell me that they've experienced this growing up, especially working in the schools. Like, I heard it so many times, and it's just like
you're numb to it.
I'm not even numb to it. It's just it's like, damn, is this everybody? Like the whole community fucked up. It's like. We need like a come to the table moment to like really let this shit out, cause it be the most happiest young ladies or young men, and it just be like
that go through that.
They going through this shit, and it's
and
just
that's
like,
the crazy part too, because it's not even just women, it's young men too experiencing that.
Yeah,
I mean, you know, and they don't deserve that shit either. Y'all don't like deserve that. Like,
this been going on since the beginning of time though.
That still don't make it right. And
no, it ain't make it right, but I'm
that's
just
right.
I'm not saying that, but like. this shit been going on since the beginning of time.
And that's why it's
and that's why I gotta end now.
Yeah, because that shit gotta stop. Like we need somebody that's gonna be willing to make a change.
I mean,
you know?
I mean that's what we doing now. I feel like, but I just feel like that shit just been going on since the beginning of time. It's sad, but like if you really think about like, I don't know.
That's why
I don't know. I could be wrong. I think Abraham got drunk in the Bible, and one of his sons like slept with him. Something. I don't know. I could be wrong. I might be wrong, but something like that happens. Like I remember reading in the Bible, like something like, bro, that shit been going on for years, like for decades. BC, like that shit is wicked. It's
something that needs to stop.
I think you hit something though. The sexual warfare is probably bigger than all of them.
But it's not even just that. That should start in a family too, though, because it's not even always about people that's coming in on the outside. It comes from the family, and that's where it got to stop.
Yeah,
that's where it got to stop. Like families need to stop trying to protect the abuser. Yeah. Like families need to stop trying to protect the person that inflicted the pain. Like why are y'all protecting somebody that did this wrong thing? Yeah. Y'all justifying their actions, and that shit not right.
Yeah, we ain't family at that point.
You get what I'm saying? That's not family. You know, like, and then somebody that you trusted your kid with, that's not okay. Like even though, you blood, bro, you not my family because you violated my kid.
Yeah, you did.
Like you violated my kid. Like it damn near got me on some shit where I want to say his name because like shit really.
No, don't do that.
Don't
do that. But like it's like, bro, that's like because people deserve to be held responsible for the things that they do.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't want to say don't do that. What I'm saying
don't
is
do
like
it
life is. I don't even want to say that. It's just like life is because I saw Jennifer Lewis did that. Jennifer Lewis she aired out her pastor who sexually assaulted her growing up, and I don't think it was anything wrong with that. It's like speak your truth, but
exactly.
I just think like you have to be in like you have to sit in that thought. Like you have to sit in that because you have to own what comes with that.
Yeah.
You know, like
I'm ready for it.
We both can speak. Like I've definitely said things on the show that I wasn't ready to sit in. And you know, but as I do it more and more, like the things that I say, I'm definitely able to sit in them. But it's certain things that if like once you say it, it's just like I stand on that. You know what I'm saying? You got to stand on it.
And I stand on it. That's the thing, though. I stand on it because it's not right. You know, and the crazy part about it is like, dog. The crazy part about it is like, I don't know. It just disgusts me. Like, it real life do because it's like it's not okay. Like. It's not even okay. And then the scary part about it is it's like if you doing this with somebody that's your family, you got daughters.
Damn.
You got 3 whole daughters, bro.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like me speaking up and saying that, I'm not just putting my voice out there. I'm also protecting the ones that's coming after me.
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I stay silent? And we be afraid to speak. And it's not your fault that you afraid to speak. Like you really have to give yourself that compassion, and you have to learn, like, for you to go through something so traumatic, it's gonna be hard to get it out. You gotta take your time. Like you gotta take your time, and it's gonna be hard for it to get out. But it's like I feel like I just lose respect for people that want to protect the person that did it. I lose respect. So of course I'm gonna stand on it, and I'm gonna stand on what come with it, because it's like, what are y'all protecting? What are y'all protecting? And that's how some generational curses and shit need to be broken.
Mm-hmm.
The shit in it, huh?
How many men in your family?
What you mean, how many men? Like generally?
Yeah, y'all outnumbered. Is the men outnumbered? Or how many real men in your? I don't want to say, but how many real men in your family?
Shit, I don't even know. Like on my mama's side, I would say it's even. I would say it's kind of maybe like more women than men, but it's
how
like
many masculine men in your family?
It's even. I don't even fucking know. Like I don't even rock with my family.
Yeah, so I guess that's none. No real man. No honorable.
But that plays a part.
Except Warren, though. Except Warren. That's.
Yeah.
But
no. That's another thing. You know what I'm saying? When you see a lot of this, it's patterns too. You got to look at like, okay, all right, how many women are in this family? You know what I'm saying? How many strong men in this family? Yeah. Like when situations stuff like that happen like that, it's normally a lot of women in the family. And dudes, men get, they can, manipulate or do what they, you know what I'm saying? So like that's why I be so on like my students, like the male students, like, well, y'all gotta be men, y'all gotta be leaders, because if it's not, it's gonna be a little motherfucker think he just gonna do whatever he want to. You know what I'm saying, around the family. So that's why I always, like, when you look at those patterns, when you look at the patterns, it's not a man presence around.
Yeah, got to be the one that's like willing to step up. Yeah. I feel like in a family,
I ain't be the willing. You know he gonna step up. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Oh shit, Uncle Corey around.
But it's like I feel like you also teach people. Like I feel like too. That's like you teaching a kid early on how to have integrity, bro. Yeah. Like not even just that. You teaching a kid early on how to have integrity and how to call shit out that's wrong and that they see is wrong and to not justify it because an adult is justifying it. Yeah. You know, and I feel like too, like when it comes to like what you saying, like with the men, like I can't even point it out because I feel like even if maybe before I came, you know, maybe we had some men in the family that was really warriors, but they gone now. Right. You know, so shit didn't change. You know, like maybe I did, but it's like, damn, I don't know them, you know, and anybody I know that's moving around me or was moving around me, I ain't know them. You know, they wasn't moving that way. So it's like, yeah. And that's crazy too, because we wouldn't even know what, bro, we go through experiences as young women period, and we ain't see this father figure coming up, so we don't know what that look like. Yeah. We go through experiences that teach us what this is and what this ain't. And then sometimes it's still hard to even discern and see what's wrong and what's right. You know, we'll start, bro, because I was most definitely confusing the shit that was wrong with what was right and the shit that was right with what was wrong.
Yeah, like, know? A lot of, like I always say, like a lot of women in the neighborhoods want to talk to a guy that go to church on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? They feel like that's wrong, but they'll talk to a nigga that's in the streets selling drugs and doing all that shit. You know what I'm saying? That's backwards so crazy, as hell. Yeah. And they'll hold it down for that motherfucker.
Yeah. It's what we attracted to, like the things that we start to see. That's just like social media, bro. Like you cannot confuse the fucking shell for what's inside. Like no matter what, like niggas be out here, they may have it all, but that don't mean inside they like that. Yeah. That don't mean inside they like that. You know, they can show up and everything that glitters is not gold. Just because that shit look real don't mean it's real. You know, and like what I'm learning too is, you know, you gotta stand, like I gotta not only stand in my power, but I gotta own that. You know, I got standards, bro. So it's like at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck about none of that. Because it's like, even though you coming, you got money, like I didn't heard, like, dog. I had an experience the other day and I'm like coming out of the grocery store. And like I seen the boy looking at me like one of his family members live in a complex, and I seen him looking at me, and while I'm leaving out of the grocery store, he coming in, and I like complimented him, you know, and then after I complimented him, which was so crazy, ironic, he like, can I carry your groceries? And he asked me like for my number, and I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm like, your brother asked the same thing. He like, but I ain't my brother though. I got a car. I got money. Like, bro. I'm like, bro, that don't define you. Like, that don't define who you are on the inside. Like, that don't define who you are on the inside just because you got a car and you got money. Like, I done stood at the bus stop, bro, and people that tried to talk to me. And just because he got a car, this nigga think he about to get on. And then tried to make me feel ashamed for standing at the bus stop. Like, bro, you got a whole car.
You go, like, motherfucker,
like,
boy.
Like, what? You got a whole car. But meanwhile, inside, your soul fucked up. This shit don't define you. And just like that, you lost, bro. Like, I am not lost. So at the end of the day, I'm learning, like, how to stand on that. Like,
damn, I ain't shit then. The old
you
me,
serious?
Yeah, old me would be. I would have been on that. I ain't gonna. I would have been. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like,
you can admit it though. You can admit it.
Yeah, I can admit that. Like, motherfucker, I'm driving. What the fuck you don't want my number for?
Yeah, that's why I
he
don't.
talking about stand at the bus stop. Then okay, I'ma faithfully stand at the bus stop.
I don't be subscribed to a lot of the stuff they be talking in the manosphere or whatever. Just about like.
I used to be
about self-development is just like getting more money, getting more stuff to make you more valuable in life.
But
like,
that's the thing, though.
I don't believe in that, man.
You just said it like it be your ego, bro.
I believe in principles, bro.
No, like, principle, no, for real.
I believe in principles.
But principles get morals and values. Yeah. Values and principles gives you more money.
Because I can name you countless amounts of men that I grew
up
with
what?
That morals, didn't have the money, bro.
Values and principles gives you more money. Why doesn't it?
Bro, it could, but then at the end of the day, the money is never going to amount to the values and the morals.
No, it's not. But don't mistake that morals and values and principles. That money comes with that.
Yeah, but it does. But it's like it's not the important. It's not the important. It's like it's not the important factor of it though. You know, it's gonna come with it, but it's not the, you know, like, and that's another thing you just said, that ego, you know,
ego, motherfucker.
They be tied into this shit.
Yeah.
They think this who they is, you know. So when you deny a motherfucker and they got this, they lost. Like, bitch, what is you saying? Like, I got this. Like, this who I am, but bro, that's not who you are. Like, you lost. Like, you lost. Like, by what you wearing, you know, by how many women you claim you got. Like, bro, no, that ain't even that. Like, that's coward shit. That's real life coward shit. Like, you immature as hell, and I'm too mature for that, bro. Like, and I'm not lost, so yeah.
No, I respect that though.
I respect
you gotta call people out too though, because it's like some they can't take it. You know, that's how shit be happening out here. People got real big egos, bro.
Yeah, hell
like they got real big egos, bro. You trigger their ego, bro. Like, niggas is like out of there. But it's like some people that can take rejection. You know, it's some that can take rejection, and then there's some that can't take rejection. You know, that's like the same thing with like women. Like, you know, you get rejected, and now you feel like it define your worth, but it don't define your worth. You know, like, it don't define who you are. You just got rejected. This person just told you no. That.
Damn, but you know what you did though. But you gotta see what you did. You gotta see what you did. So like, you don't know what dog going through. Yeah, he might got all them cards. Like you said, a lot of times, you know, we get them cards and stuff to like cover up who we really are. Mm-hmm. That nigga probably ain't never got a compliment, and for you to give him a compliment was probably everything to him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but the thing is though, bro, that's deep. Yeah, because
you don't know how that friendship or relationship could have went after that, just by you giving that compliment.
A compliment, but that's the thing though. I'm an open person, but I'm genuine. But at the end of the day, I'm clear in the beginning. So it's like, even though that's the thing though, because I understand like men are looking for different things out here, but it's like you still gotta have that. I feel like my discernment is growing so more too. You know, like, bro, some people that's drawn to you, it don't mean that you let them in. You know, you know, like they drawn, but that don't mean I let them in. You know, so even though I give a compliment genuinely, that don't mean that it's anything attached to it.
See, this the part women have that they don't pay attention to.
What?
So like when you give a man a compliment, you being genuinely nice to you, he has nothing but to give you the same. Like, man, really, we receive and give back what we receiving.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So this woman gave me a compliment. Damn, shorty, let me take you out.
Yeah.
Let me drive you to work.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that could have went far.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. I'm just up there thinking. Like, I'm just saying.
You
like,
right. You right.
Know, but I respect what you did too. I'm not saying what you did was wrong or anything. But I'm just saying, like, it could have definitely, like, once you crush a guy, cause man, we can't take pain. That's how we are. Like, when you crush our ego, that's when we. Fuck that bitch, man. That's why you taking them. That's how we are, though. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you can see it though, like you said, like it could have went far. Like I done had situations where like I done had certain experiences and I'd have been the same way. You know, you start to look down the line like, damn, like, you know, this was just this. You know, it was so good, just this being this, us just having a conversation. Like, damn, like that was good as hell. But it's like sometimes it's just meant to be that. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Like it's just meant to be that, but we don't understand that. And I feel like even though we don't understand that, I mean, sometimes you just got to look at it like.
No, you right, man.
You just got to look at it because then it be the expectations. Like,
yeah, it reminds me of the book.
Expectations.
Yes. It reminds me of the book Way of the Superior Man when he talks about just like you don't have to smell every flower or touch every flower. Like you can just admire its beauty and just go on your way.
Yeah.
Like you don't have to pursue everything beautiful that comes along your way. That makes life just so. Just horrible. You got to chase everything beautiful that comes your way. Just like enjoy it. Like somebody give you a compliment, like thank you, and just keep it moving. Like I don't pursue everything.
And I'm learning another thing too, like about attraction. You know, like this is a natural thing.
And it's like you just said, everything that glitters ain't gold. Like something that was really beautiful and it's just like, bro, had I pursued that could have really fucked up my life.
Damage.
Like, and God was literally just putting on your spirit, like, let it go, son. Like, I know she said it, but just keep going, son. Keep going, because that's going to fuck up your life. Keep going. So, you know, like, that's definitely a real thing.
Gold.
But sometimes we be drawn into it because, like, I'm learning, like, more about attraction. Like, this is just a natural thing. It's okay for you to be attracted to people, but then it's okay for you to not want to take action on it. Now I'm starting to look at, like, certain men that I'm attracted to, you know, certain things that I'm attracted to it, why I'm attracted to it, you know, why I feel like I gotta pursue it, why I feel like I gotta go into it. It's like I feel like it's like having more reason and being like more aware of why I'm going towards something instead of me just like unconsciously doing that shit. Like, and then I go into something that I wasn't meant to go into. You know, I could be dodging a bullet. Like, I could be genuinely dodging it. So it's like, it's okay for me to have it, but it's like, that don't mean that I gotta explore it. You know, I don't gotta explore it. Like,
Wish more women talked like you.
Yeah.
I don't gotta explore it, but I didn't explore it though. I didn't explore it. I don't know. I know it's not, but it wasn't in a way because like it's the experience that I just had. Like, it came out of nowhere. It was just so unexpected, and it just all aligned. And it came when I wasn't looking for it. It came when I was focused on myself. It came when it was just all about Ariel. Like, it was just. Yeah, and that's the thing though, cause I thank God so much. I'm like, damn, like this shit good.
You thought a test wasn't coming? The fuck up out of here! You thought a test wasn't coming? Shit.
No, for real, cause it was a big ass test, and it's like
it's gonna come again. We thinking I'm getting myself together, and then this motherfucker come right on.
Yeah, but you just gotta like that experience taught me so much, and like back to the take advantage thing. Like, it's really people out here that want to take advantage. You know, it's really people out here that have their own it's really people out here that have their own ulterior motives. And it's like, as like somebody that's like sensitive, you got to learn how to, like, this experience taught me how to be domineering. You know, it taught me kind of like how to protect myself, you know. And then also at the same time, it's like I wrote like in the journal, like you can't let this experience turn you into somebody that you're not. You know, you can't let the fact that they did this and this disappointment that came from it, you know, harden your heart, because that's what the enemy want. You know, you hurt, your heart hurting, you know, this pain here, you disappointed, like, bro, you was rejected, like I was rejected, like, and it's like, you can't let the enemy sink in his fingers, like, in that shit, and like, you know, feeding off of that, turn you into somebody that you not. You know, you ain't been moving like that, and I ain't been moving like that, so I'm not gonna move like that. You know, I'm just gonna learn how to protect myself. I'm gonna learn how to have more boundaries. I'm gonna learn how, you know, to look at my emotions more, to honor my emotions, because I'm responsible for my emotions. Like, that's what I learned too. Like, I'm responsible. You know, like when you go through situations, like, I was a victim in a lot of things, you know. But like, if we always view ourselves as the victim, how can we free ourselves from it?
Yeah, that's one thing. I get out the victim mindset, because it happens. Shit happens.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know,
does.
because I know the homeboy that a girl broke his heart, and that made his heart harden and cold.
Yeah.
After that, bro, he went through so much. He went to jail. Like, he was a good kid, but that heartbreak fucked him up,
bro,
for like 10 years, and he did not notice. He just not realizing that, like, bro, that woman. That I've been fucked up ever since that heartbreak.
Yeah.
And that's like, damn.
It's that.
Damn.
Because, you know, people that really come in and do shit like that, or just experience this period, that like fuck us up. You know, heartbreak period. Like, bro, that throw us all the way back, and it be painful, you know?
Man.
Especially when you least expecting it, especially when you open and when you genuine. And when you, like, you genuine and you pure, and you got people that ain't the same way.
Yeah.
Like, so it's like people are really out here taking advantage, and it's like, don't allow that to harden your heart. You know, like, don't allow that to harden your heart. Like, take responsibility for that, because what I learned about that too is like, the quicker that you take responsibility for something like that, you learn from it. And then you can see, like, later on, you can apply this, you know? You not sitting crying over spilled milk. And I ain't gonna lie and say, like, I ain't, you know, sit and weep over it for a minute. But it's like, you gotta allow yourself to feel it. You gotta allow yourself to, you know, feel that shit. Like, damn, what it could have been, what it should have been, or, you know, what it would have been. But it's like, that's not what it is right now. And that'd be the hardest part, facing reality. Like, I'm somebody that, bro, like, my head really be in the fucking clouds. Like, yeah, so it's like the fantasies and the imagination, and, you know, that should be wild. And it's like, damn,
it's always good to be delusional.
Yeah.
A little bit. But we got to do a part 2 to this conversation, because I know we are kind of pushing the time a little bit. Yeah. But I really appreciate you. I just wanted to say this first and foremost, because I don't know when my camera's going to die. That's honestly what it is. But I just wanted to make sure I did say that I appreciate you for just being vulnerable and open and expressing with us. And this has been such, oh my Ashe. Like this has been such a powerful episode, and I really appreciate you just being here and just gracing us with your presence. Like I said before,
I'm grateful for both of y'all.
I said you got an energy, you got a presence about you. Like
keep talking.
You're gonna go far, like and I really appreciate you. We're gonna plug all your socials in the description as well.
It's one more thing I want to say though. It's about the bus thing though. Like I feel like no matter what, like in this world, there's so many things that make you believe that it defines you. You know, you got a car, you got this, you got that. You don't got that. You ain't successful in life. You ain't doing good with your life, but that shit do not define you. You know, I feel like God didn't really builded me as a person and builded my character as a person, just standing at the bus stop and teaching me the shit that really matter in life so that I'm not lost when it comes to all the other shit. Like, I'm not lost. Like, and when it comes to anybody that's out there catching a bus or anybody out there that ain't got a car, it's like, you got to embrace that, you know, and never feel like you less than somebody else because you ain't got this. Like, man,
I hated that shit.
Bro, that's not who you are. Like, that shit don't define you. And it's bro, it's so many character. It's like God is building your character. It's building your character, because some people, they stand at the bus stop and they like, man, like I used to stand at the bus stop like, man, I do not want nobody to see me, but it's humility. But like, I'm really grateful for being here. Like, I'm really grateful for this whole entire experience, and I'm really grateful for having this conversation with y'all, you know, and just me and y'all face to face, and not even just my light coming into this experience, but y'all too, you know, because y'all really making a difference with what y'all doing, you know. You just being honest with everything, like, and teaching like young men about egos and shit like that, like that helped them learn from you, you know. And help them be leaders. I got so much
skeletons and bullshit.
Like, I'm telling you, you don't know how much your story can really help people. Like, really, like, I wish certain people would have told me more about the things that they done did so I can learn from it, you know? But it's like, at the same time, you experience it, you meant to go through it, you know? But I'm really grateful because, like, what y'all doing here, this shit is not even, it's like, it's making an impact, you know? And that was one of the things that I prayed for, like, it's not even about the likes. It's I want to make an impact, and I want my impact to be so big that it impacts me, you know, in a powerful way. That shit heals me, you know, and that's what I'm meant to do, to make an impact. And y'all making an impact, and I'm grateful to be here making an impact with y'all, because it ain't no other shit like BRB machine. Like
you give me Tupac vibes.
One in a lifetime, you know, type of soul, rare as hell.
Love that nigga, dog.
But make sure y'all tune in next week to another episode of Breaking Machine. We really appreciate y'all for tuning in and just building with us.
Really grateful.
Got Ariel, Spank the Bank, Ahmad the Poet. That's a wrap. You did.
Hold on, one more.
What?
I'm gonna disrupt the chaos. I mean, I'm gonna disrupt the norm. But hold up. It's another thing too, like, because I know when they see this, y'all already great. You know, y'all great as hell. Me being on here, I'm being introduced to the world. You know, they gonna see my greatness. But y'all just seeing this, but I've been great. I'm great, and I'm just letting the world know that. You know, I'm owning that greatness, and I'm embracing that greatness, and I'm walking in that, and I'm standing on that. Yeah.
Oh well, we got you. You the new leader of your age group, your community.
Yeah, because this was a blessing. Like I told you, like this was the biggest blessing ever. Like, and it's the small things that matter.
Ashe.
We
And
ready to end it now? Okay.
You dig?
You did.